the years, we have witnessed genuine complaints by serving and retired officers regarding the contributory pension scheme. The concerns raised have been persistent and deeply worrisome. It is generally observed that the contributory pension scheme leaves majority of police retirees in difficult financial conditions after years of dedicated service to the nation. This situation is unacceptable to us, and as a responsible institution, we must seek pathways to reorder the unpalatable experiences of our retired officers, while giving hope of a secure financial future to our serving personnel. It is not gainsaying the fact that the Nigerian Police Force is one of the most vital institutions in our country, bearing the heavy burden of ensuring law and order, public safety, and security of lives and property. Police officers work under challenging conditions, with risks and sacrifices that cannot be ignored. It is only just and rewarding that in retirement, they enjoy a dignified and financially secure life. While the current pension scheme appears not to guarantee this, then it is only right that we explore ways to improve it. I wish to note that upon my assumption of office as the Secretary of Police, I made strong agitations to exit the contributory pension scheme. In a prompt response to this, I established a committee headed by DIG Damala Mohammed, retired. The Deputy Secretary of Police in charge of Department of Finance and Administration, as he then was, to thoroughly review the pension matters as it affects police personnel and propose actionable recommendations for reforms. I also embarked on top of police commands and formations across the country to personally engage our officers as well as police retirees in the respective areas. One peculiar observation is that with the contributory pension scheme, officers retire with meager benefits and are unable to meet their basic needs after retirement. Also, the process of assessing their entitlements is often frustratingly slow, leaving our officers in distress and pain. Meanwhile, there are two sides of the coin as regards the contributory pension scheme. While some believe that the current pension regime has failed police personnel, plunging our retirees in abject poverty and suffering, others argue that it remains the most sustainable option available. Clearly, the proponents of the current contributory scheme argue that it provides long-term financial sustainability and eliminates the challenges associated with the old defined benefit system. They point out that pension funds are now managed professionally, reducing the risk of management and ensuring continued payment of benefits. Let me note here that while these arguments are valid, they do not erase the hardships faced by many police retirees. This meeting therefore provides a platform for all stakeholders to engage constructively and arrive at a well-informed position on this matter. In our engagement here today, to find a lasting solution to the biting issues of poor pension earning by our officers, I enjoyed us as we explore the options before us to let reason prevail over sentiment and do not allow emotions to override facts. We must engage in thorough discussions, relying on expert insights and empirical data on the subject. I encourage all stakeholders to speak candidly and present their perspectives with clarity and sincerity. The overarching goal of this meeting is not to dismiss any position, but to find the best solution for our officers. Let me at this juncture salute the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu CFR for the deep and passionate commitment of the federal government to improving the welfare of the personnel of the police, including our retired officers. I must note that police welfare is well situated in the renewable agenda of government. It is also important to commend previous legislative efforts on the pension scheme, as they have laid a solid foundation for further progress in this critical area. It's on this note that I welcome you all to this landmark engagement once again, and I wish you all rewarding celebrations. I thank you and pray for God's guidance as we jointly march towards pivoting to the first a pension regime that will not only reverse the current horrible experience of our retirees, but also motivate our current workforce for effective and efficient service delivery. Thank you and God bless you.